Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. It's been a while since I have recorded a video of my planning because 2020 and 2021 so far have been pretty tough going, haven't they? And my planning has kind of taken a back seat to everything else because, you know, there hasn't been tons of stuff going on. But I have been trying to maintain my planner. My bullet journal, I've not been great at it this year, and I'll do a flick through in a minute so you can see kind of where I'm at, and you can see how often or how little I've been using it this year. But I've come to the end of my bullet journal. It kind of lasted me right up to the end of July, and I've got my new one turned up today. It's another citrus Book Bindary one, and I'm gonna try and set this one up on camera, see how we get on. So first I'm just going to apologise if you can hear some little people in the background. They are meant to be in bed and they are meant to be asleep, but I can hear them giggling, so you might well hear them in the background. This is my bullet journal that I've been using this year so far. It's in a citry dory, if you can see, beautiful rainbow stitching, and it's yellow of course. And then inside I've got like a soft covered journal, so it fits quite nicely, and you don't have the hard cover and everything. What I'm going to do is I will flick through it so you can see where I'm at with it. The cover is called Splatter, I think, and it's kind of laminated. I went with the same one on my next cover because I kind of like the idea of the two for the year having the same cover. And then I stuck these stickers on. These are from a collab I did with Sarah from Monday and Sunday, and I just thought they were super cute, so I've stuck them on the front. I'm going to skip the first page because it's got my girls' photos on. So here we go, this is the title page. Still not entirely sure if it has got worse or not this year. My grid spacing page I didn't use at all. It looks really nice and I really like the lettering and everything, but I didn't use it, so I'm not going to bother putting that in this one. Same with the year at a glance, I haven't looked at it at all, although I do like the way it looks. Future log, I'm going to condense my future log down because, I mean, there's hardly anything to put in there at the minute apart from birthdays and anniversaries and that kind of stuff, so I'm going to stick this on just 2 pages. But I've just made these calendar stickers ready for 2022, so I'm going to use those to help me out. And on here you can see I've just greyed out where our holidays are, because I work in a school, so half terms and Easter and that kind of stuff are all greyed out. Summer holidays. My garden cheat sheet and my garden plan. I put it in with every intention of using it this year, but I haven't. Again, kind of this is where I was writing down what I was putting in at when, but I'm not going to put it in the next one because I haven't used it, clearly. This is something that I am going to transfer over, my 20 and 21, my 21 in 21, because we are in 2021, not 2020, come on Sam. So books, so far I have actually read my 21 books. I need to fill these in, I haven't done it yet. But I've been putting the title of the book, the author, and then giving it like a rating out of 5. This is films that I've watched. Again, I need to catch up. I've been really rubbish at writing down, filling this in. I have done some of it. I haven't yet watched 21 new films in 2021. I have watched a few more though that I can add on to here. And walks. I've got one more to add on, I think. And then that's it for this one for the moment, but hopefully we'll get out and get a few more done this year. I'm not going to worry about my goals in 2021 because this is really what my goals are. I kind of was hoping to come up with a few extra bits and pieces, but yeah, no, I don't think I'm going to bother with an actual separate goals page. Podcasts, I listen to 2 podcasts really mainly, and I'm not going to worry about writing any more in there, so I'm not going to transfer that over. TV shows, this is something I am going to transfer over because I've enjoyed filling these in. Again, it's something I haven't religiously filled in. I'm hoping that starting a new bullet journal, I will get better at it. Getting back into the habit of it is tough going. Monthly best bits, again, I started off really well up to April. I will go back and fill in up to July. It was essentially kind of the main thing I was watching for that month, main music I was listening to, main podcasts I was listening to, and then like a main feature. So January we went back into lockdown in the UK, so that was kind of the main thing in January. March I went through like an 80s film kick. I go through it like every 6 months or so, and I just sit down and watch loads of 80s films. April, houseplants. I couldn't get out in the garden because the weather was atrocious, so to kind of get my green-fingered bug fixed, I went houseplant crazy and bought tons of them, and I love them. That was houseplants, so I'll think of something to go into these ones as well. This was January. Started off strong. Really like this theme. It was like a Bob Zombie theme. Really like this kind of Dutch door cover, and then into my monthly, and then habit tracker. And I actually used these little bits that my girls make for me. This is my youngest Lena drawer. You can see I started off quite strong. My habits, filling them in, pretty good going. I did a bit of journaling as well. Again, weekly spreads look, bit of journaling. Stuff alright. This was like my journal, because my plan was to do some memory keeping for the whole year, and I was clearly rubbish at that. Weight loss I filled in the first couple of days, and then that was that. Walking, this is the information. In fact, I will do this again in my next journal. So these are walks that I've gone on either on my own or with family and stuff. It puts all the stats down, because I use Map My Walk, and it gives me all the stats once I've done it. Quite nice to look at. These are work courses that we did during lockdown. They gave us tons of online stuff to do, so these are all the ones that I kind of had to get through and get done. Look at this, weekly spreads all filled out. Look, Tully cook-off. Clearly used this, didn't I? The first lockdown in March, my husband and I did a weekly cook-off, and where we would each cook a dish and then do kind of give each other a score as to how it was. It brought in some new ideas and some new meals and things for us, and as well as some baked treats. We thought we were going to get back into it this time round, and we just didn't. And then things I was waiting for, information about lateral flow test I had to do for work. Okay, so back into weekly spreads. I really like these. They look really busy. I was doing these were extra big because I was working Mondays. Tuesdays I was homeschooling because we were in lockdown, so girls were at home on a Tuesday. Wednesday I was at school, Thursday I was at school, Friday the girls were at home, so we kind of got space for their home learning in here as well as we go through. February, I love this. Look at her. She's one of my favourite characters I have drawn in like a Bob style. I think she's so cool. Habits, I mean, it looks really nice. Filling it out, look, bit of a Dutch door thing going on. Again, homeschool things going in here as well. Queen of Hearts. And then I changed a bit and went a bit more into Alice in Wonderland. This is my Mad Hatter. We did an online escape room with my husband because we couldn't get into proper escape rooms, so that was kind of what we did. More weekly spreads. March, this was my daughter's birthday month, and I had to draw a fairy kit for her birthday, and I love this lettering. Yeah, starts off alright. Get through weekly spreads. All good. So I did quite well up to March. Oh, my first COVID jab. My youngest, she's 5. I do this for each of them, so I kind of put down all the things that are their favourite things at that point in their birthday. Bedtime stories is where I was going to write down all the books that we'd read, because we read every night by these authors, and I wrote down the Roald Dahl ones. I have not written down the Enid Blyton that we read or the Harry Potter that we read. A couple of other authors I need to add to this, but I probably will put this in my new book, but actually make sure that I fill it out. This is really handy. What's coming next? So this year and last year and this year, I have made one of my New Year's resolutions to read every single night, and I have done that so far since January. Last year I made it through till September, so I'm hoping this year, fingers crossed, to get through till December. But I do read a lot of authors that have series, because I like a lot of crime thrillers. Obviously they have detectives and stuff that goes from book to book, and these are the authors that I've kind of been using. These three are the main ones, and it's nice to kind of know where you're at. So I'm right at the end of Karen Rose. I'm waiting for the new one. Chris Carter, I've just finished The Caller, so I've got these three to kind of catch up on, but it's a way of me knowing. I've just read The Silent Wife, I think, where I'm at. Now, Chelsea Cain is one that I read years and years and years ago. I know that I read a few of the books, but I totally lost count of where I got to, so I might end up going back to the first one and rereading them. But I wanted to go back, and there was another one, PJ Tracy, I think. I think they're a duo that write books together. But I started reading the series and then kind of fell off the wagon of reading, and I want to get back into it, but I'm hoping that these lists will help me kind of keep track of where I'm at. I had every intention of writing more out, but I didn't get around to it. So, but as I said, I will put that in my new bullet journal. April. This is where things start to kind of fall apart. You can tell. It's like, yeah, it's a bit naff. Easter. Oh, Easter holidays. So I broke the days down so that we could have like some memory keeping and stuff in here. So we've got lots of photos and bits and pieces going on in here. I tried to make sure there were photos on each day of things that we got up to. It was my mum and dad's 40th wedding anniversary. Second week of Easter, we were meant to go away to the lakes, but we never got to go because lockdown. So that's where we're at. This was going to be memory keeping, but again, I didn't stick the photos in. This is the kit. Oh look, this is good. I was going to use Bug Hotel this week, like the bullet journal kit, but as you can tell, I never actually got around to setting it up. I stuck the washi down and that was as far as I got. So I might take them out because I don't need them in there. I'm just going to leave that page blank because I'm not going back to it now. Zombies in the Garden. This is one of the bullet journal kits that I do. So you get the washi and you get the day covers, and then some decor and stuff to decorate around. But for me, it's enough for a weekly spread like this. Mermaid. Oh look, I made a lovely calendar. Put one thing in the calendar, the bank holiday. Nice taskless look. I didn't fill any of it out. This is the first week of May. I started off okay, and then bleh. This happened a lot, where like I start each month thinking I'm gonna crack on, I'm gonna do really well, I'm gonna keep up with it every day, and then it just doesn't happen. Another missed page. Oh, so May. This is a sum total of May. I have a lovely title page, calendar, a half-assed weekly where I filled in 2 days, a blank page, and then I'm into June. So this was revisiting a theme that I did a couple of years ago. I really liked it, like the style of it and everything, so I kind of went back and redid that. First week of June, I did really well there. I left this for memory keeping because I cut some bits out, so I was going to stick some pictures and stuff on because I think that was half-term week, or the week before half-term week. No, that was half-term week. Yep. This is the next week. Doing a bit better, still missing out the odd day and the odd bits, look. And then, where are we? Yeah, so again, it's not completely like filled. Really rubbish. And then into July, and I really loved this. I thought this looked really nice on that blue paper. It just really pops, and it's my favourite thing this here of the whole year. Did my habit trackers, but as you can see, I didn't fill any of them in. My calendar though looks a lot better. Look, we've got Euro final going down. Look, I've got the Olympics, Aria's birthday, We've got new guinea pigs, so that's when we got the guinea pigs. Tasks, to-dos. Doing pretty well. First week of July, look. All filled in. You can see all my stickers, look here. These are all from my shop. But I give myself the miscut ones so that I don't have to throw them away. Or put them all into oops bags. So all these are all miscut because I think that's what a lot of shop owners do. This week, look, I really like the way this one turned out. Looks so busy and full on. Hey, look, pretty good going. This is last week. This is Aria's birthday week. She was 7. I made this whole kit just for her because she loves giraffes and she loves the colour purple. So I put it all together for her. I used the mini kit version. So I had, I've got like 4 boxes in there. I've got like the bottom washi, day covers, these checklists, look, and then some deco dotted around. And I did a little Dutch door so I can fit it all in. Her birthday was on Thursday, so I put it in there. And then this here is for like my Aria is 7 page, and these is kind of what I got left. So I've got some deco I'm going to use on that page. I've got these bits left from the mini kit in case I want to use those. Same with those bits, and I didn't use any of these. I might look at reformatting this page from the mini kit at some point. But this is here for me to do and fill out at some point. And I will fill it out because I like to do them on pages. And then that's it. And then I always stick in bits and pieces. The girls do little drawings and bits, so I stick those in using my new washi tape. And then at the back, this is my shops kind of journal that I jot down tons of notes and bits and pieces that I want to do with it. So this is my old one. I did like the rainbow paper, but I felt quite restricted in terms of the colours that I could use. So this is my new one, so I went with something slightly different. I've got like different greys in there, some white, some purple and some blue, because I really liked the way that the colours and the white popped from like this blue and the purple, so I wanted to use some of that. But I thought mainly greys would kind of work well with what I'm up to, and it allows me to put a bit more colour in and tons of stickers and kits and that kind of stuff. So as I said, this is from Citrus Book Bindary. It's an A5. It is a original size one, I think, which is like 2 booklets worth, I think. You can choose the colour paper that you have, and I went with kind of a range of greys, as I said, but I've chosen to have the 5mm dots. You can have your pages numbered if you like. You can see there. It's kind of up to you. There's loads of options and customizations and stuff you can do. I haven't gone for black because if you have black paper, they don't print the dots on it because you wouldn't be able to see them the way that they print them. So the darkest I've got is like this really dark grey, and I can just about see the dots. But if you wanted black, you could have black, but it would be plain. You can have lines gridded, you can have it, they've got tons of different ideas and different styles. So what I've done is I've gone through and I've kind of used my post-its to explain or remind me what I'm putting where. So I've got my title page, and then I'm going to use this as my future log, and then I have my 21 in 21. So I've got books. I'm going to do a Dutch door like I did in the previous one. So books, films and walks. And then this is going to be like my book spread, because I'm clearly reading more than the 21 and 21, and I want a record of those. And then I have those book lists that I was creating in my other one of the authors and the series of books. And then TV shows, and then August. Although I think what I might do is move these along, because I think I'm going to need 2 for my book lists, 1 for TV shows. I can always add in another TV shows when I fill the other one in. Have this as August, this is my August calendar, and this as week 1. So in terms of setting up, there isn't actually tons to do. What I do have is some stickers I'm going to use. So I've got my newly made calendar sheet for 2022. I've done this size, but I do have a mini size too for those smaller planners, but I'm going to use these bigger ones because they'll work well on my future log. So what I'm going to do now is I'm going to stop. I'm going to pencil everything in, and then I'll come back and start filling it in on camera. So the pens I'm using are the Pigment Liner 1.2, Jelly Roll, a white one and a yellow one. I'm just going to keep it super simple so it's nice and quick to set up. So this lettering is going to feature throughout the whole setup. It's like a bubble writing with a shadow all around it. I really like the way it looks. I've used it in most of my bullet journals now, I think. So I'm pretty quick at writing it out now. So I've gone for 2021 part 2, the second half, the sequel. And I'm just going to put some dots around, little stars they are, with the Jelly Roll and a bit of highlight. And I use a grey mild liner to just add a bit of shadow, a drop shadow around the whole thing. There we go, super simple. And my future log, again using bubble writing. It's similar kind of writing as the one before, except this one is cursive, and I'm just going to add a like the drop shadow kind of thing around it. All this is done with my Staedtler Pigment Liner 1.2 because I like how thick the lines come out. It's probably my favourite pen and I use it for pretty much everything. And then I'm just going to put these boxes in. You'll see I'm working from right to left. I'm left-handed, and I found over the years that when it comes to drawing out things like this, I tend to work better when I go from right to left. It's not so much with this pen that it smudges, but with jelly rolls and gel pens I find that if my hand does go over them they do tend to smudge, so it's kind of good practice for myself to work from right to left when I'm setting these kind of things up. Use my trusty duck rubber to rub all the pencil lines out. And then these are the calendar stickers. So the first ones I'm putting on are the last half of this year's calendars. So I actually went over kind of 2 sheets. I used half of one sheet and half of the other sheet. There we go. I'm just going to add a drop shadow again with the mild liner, and then go in with the jelly rolls and just add kind of some detail, some little stars around it, and then that'll be it. Really super simple. I love these calendar stickers because writing out calendars can take ages, and you know that you're likely to make a mistake somewhere along the line because there's so many little numbers and you lose your concentration, but the stickers make it so much quicker. And then this is my 21 and 21 goals spread. So I'm going to cut out the pages with this craft knife. Haven't used the craft knife much before. I originally started off with a tab and then decided to not use the tabs and just to make them into more pages, so I cut them off. And I've just got an upside down old cutting mat I'm using as my to kind of cut on so I don't cut the book. And again, just the lettering, and doing films first with that drop shadow. And you can see I did pencil in the boxes because I was going to draw all the boxes out, and then I decided against that, and I made some stickers that were the right size for what I needed, because it sped up the whole process. Last time I made this, the boxes took forever to write up and draw, and you can get quite fed up after a while. It's like 3 lots of 21 boxes, whereas the stickers made it so much quicker and so much easier. And then I just got these little movie stickers I'm just sticking on. And then onto the book spread. I'm using the jelly roll for this one just because it shows up a lot better on this really dark paper than the black would. Again, similar style lettering, freehanding this one, so it looks slightly wonky, but I quite like the way it looks. And then again, going in with those stickers just to speed everything up. And just some little book stickers to go on, and then this page is going to be my walks, 21 walks in 2021. I'm adding a drop shadow through the whole page just so it fits in with the lettering and everything else. And again, I'm going in with the white so it will show up better on the dark paper. So the next couple of spreads are going to be quite straightforward. It's just going to be a title, and then I'm going to leave the rest of it blank because most of the information will need to just be copied out of my old bullet journal. So you don't need to see that. So I'll just take you through my setup so far. I've kept it really simple and kind of just kept a really easy theme throughout, so it didn't take too long to do. Here's my front cover. We've got 2021, part 2, the second half, the sequel. My future log, again really easy. All I've done is use my calendar stickers from August, which is this month, through till next July. I like to have 12 months in there just because it keeps me on track, and the future log then gets transferred over to my next bullet journal, so it doesn't matter that the bullet journal will probably only last up until Christmas. What matters is that I've got anything that needs to be recorded. I can keep it in here and then I can transfer everything from here into my new one. And then we have my goals. So we have my 21 in 21. So these are films. I just need to migrate over the films I've already seen this year. So I'll fill those ones in, and then it's got room for me to add the last few on. Then same for my books. I use the same boxes again, and I've got a little Bob reading up here, and I just got some blank book covers here. Just kept it really simple, and then I'll just migrate over the books. In fact, I've read all 21 books, so I can just fill that in. And then we have my walks. Again, super simple boxes, and then I took the drawing of Bob from my wilderness kit, turned it into a bit more of a monochrome type sticker so it fits in with the theme, and I've just popped him on there. So that's my 21 in 21. This is going to be my books read page, so I have got more of these stickers I've made, and I'm just going to stick these down on the page and then write down kind of the same information as what I will do with my goal spread for the other books that I'll be reading this year, because as I said, I've already read my 21 books for this year, and I'm still reading. I'm reading every night. It's one of the longest New Year's resolutions I've had, I think. So I haven't put any extra bits on here because I'll fill that in as I go. Oh, here you go, look, there's the book stickers I went to bring this one. What's next? This is that list that I'm going to migrate over from my other bullet journal of my favourite authors and the series of books that they've written, to make sure that I know where I'm at, and I can tick off the ones I've read, and then I know which one I need to read next, rather than having to try and look it up each time. And I've got a couple of authors that I've lost track of, so I need to go back and check those. So that's what's going to go on here. And I've given myself a bit of extra space so I can put some on here too. This is a list that I'm going to write of bedtime stories that I read with my girls. We tend to read like a picture book a night, and then a chapter from like a longer novel. So we've read things like, we've read the first 2 Harry Potters, we've read tons of Roald Dahl, Enid Blyton Famous Fives, lots of other bigger books too. We're just starting to read Lion, Witch and Wardrobe, so I like to keep track of those, so I'm going to jot them down here as well. Again, really simple, just some lettering and some little stars and stuff. This is for my TV shows to watch. I like to keep track of what season I'm on with certain things, and then just tick them off like I did my other one. And then I've got these TV stickers here to just pop down each time I have a new TV show. And then monthly best bits. So this is where I started in my other journal up until about April, so it didn't last very long, but I will fill it in. I jot down kind of my favourite I don't know, song I'm listening to, or podcast, or TV show, just something that kind of summarises that month for me throughout the year. So I'm just kind of jot those down as I go. My music taste has not changed at all this year. I've been listening to one band pretty much non-stop. I've added a few other bits and pieces into it, but yeah, I've been very much into this particular band for a while, and they've hit my mood this year. But this is what's going to go on here, and then this is up to August. So this is going to be my August monthly. cover page, and I'm going to carry on doing my monthly setup and stuff in the next video. So that's it. That's my setup so far. As I said, it's really simple. I've left a lot of things kind of open, ready to kind of start filling it in. I didn't want to overcomplicate it. I didn't want to waste loads of pages at the beginning of my bullet journal and then decide not to use them, which is what happened in my last one. In fact, it happens in most of my bullet journals. So I've just tried to keep it as simple as possible this time around. And I'm really hoping that this will give me that push to get back into bullet journaling, rather than using it more of a memory planner, which is fun and it's nice to decorate and everything, but I want to be using it more for actual planning as well this time around. Hopefully the year is easing out a bit and this whole COVID thing is starting to ease up a bit, so we'll see how we go on. But that's it. That's my new bullet journal setup. So thank you very much for watching. If you haven't already, click like and subscribe, and I hope to see you next time. Bye.